At the beginning of the film, we observe the lives of two very different teenagers. Emmeline, or Emma, happily gets out of bed with an alarm, after which she starts to get ready for school, trying on clothes and jewelry. Dean, unlike the character, throws dissatisfied back the alarm clock and continues to lie on the bed littered with rubbish. The boy still finds the strength to wash his face and play a computer game before school. Emma, on the other hand, checks her schedule and wakes up her family. The girl goes to school with her younger sister. During the first lesson, the teacher announces that tomorrow at 7 a.m., some school children must arrive at the ferry to go to the island of Trinidad. Emma's friend Lizzie jokes that Dean only got on this trip because of his father's influence. The teacher continues to tell them about the trip. They will have to help build a school for the first 5 days, and then they can relax and enjoy life. During lunch, a friend jokes that she is going to bring Emma and Stephen together, who says hello to her today. However, the girl looks at Dean. Lizzie tells her that he's a real outsider. In the evening, Emma packs her things and talks to her parents. The girl has a very good relationship with her family. In the future, going to study at Princeton, she even wants to go with her mom, Barbara. Morning comes. Dean has a strained conversation with his father and says he doesn't want to go on the trip. However, Jack says it's a good opportunity for the guy to do something, not for himself. The school children begin to load onto the bus, and Stephen again drops a few phrases to the girl. Soon the buses bring the students to the hotel. Emma, together with her friends, decides to go to the pool. While bathing, she notices Dean standing alone on the balcony. The next day, the school children are busy helping to build a building. In the evening, Emma is talking to her parents via video link when her friend suddenly breaks into the room. The girl is wildly excited to announce that Stephen has invited them to the carnival on a boat. Because of Lizzie's persistence, Emma decides to go there. At the party, the girl notices Stephen, who kisses another. Dean also pays attention to this. Suddenly, a police boat checks the ship. The mob crowds Emma, causing her to accidentally fall overboard. Dean notices it and rushes to the girl's aid. Together with her, the guy swims to the boat and unties it to swim alone to the hotel, avoiding the police. However, Dean soon notices that their boat has no motor. Emma panics as they are left out on the open sea. In addition to everything, the waves rise and a violent storm begins. A new day is coming. The teacher reprimands those who decided to go to the party and finds out that Dean and Emma have not returned. The couple, meanwhile, wake up on a boat in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. Dean is being very passive and offers to just drift and wait for help. However, Emma notices an island in the distance and offers to row towards it. They soon reach the shore and decide to find a hotel and a phone to report their whereabouts. Meanwhile, Lizzie convinces the teachers that her friend couldn't have just gone out and not returned by morning. Barbara and Dean's father learn of the incident, after which they decide to fly to the island on their own. Meanwhile, the teens wander through the jungle and see an incredible waterfall. Dean offers to go for a swim, as it's a rare sight. However, Emma disagrees, saying they need to find a hotel and teachers as soon as possible. Dean, displeased, calls the girl a nerd and says that's why she keeps to herself. Soon the teens reach the edge of the island and decide to head back to the beach. On the way, Dean notices a cave and decides to spend the night there. However, when lots of bats fly out of it, Emma suggests they find another place to sleep. On the beach, Dean runs in panic to the water, but it's too late. Their boats have been swept away by the current. Dean manages to save only an inflatable waistcoat. In the evening, Dean takes a long look at the sun going down. Emma treats the guy to some snacks and says that they're definitely to be searched for and discovered. Later, Dean starts a campfire. Meanwhile, the parents of the missing teens are waiting for the plane to depart. Before going to sleep, the guy gives Emma his jacket to keep her warm. She thanks Dean and keeps turning around when she hears rustles in the wood. Waking up in the morning, Emma goes to the beach to leave an SOS sign. Dean gets up a little later and decides to go swimming in the sea. Meanwhile, the parents of the teenagers arrive at the island and talk to the teachers. Barbara is very dissatisfied that the search is not very active, as the police don't think it is a big deal. Jack is also angry that no helicopters or private rescuers have been used in nearly 48 hours, and the search is only being conducted at sea. At the same time, Emma decides to get some fresh water and goes into the woods. Standing by a small stream, she again hears strange rustling noises. When Emma returns, the guy offers to make a hut for the future. Dean is sure the search will definitely begin. However, the guy thinks that their object will be only Emma. Meanwhile, Barbara, together with her husband and Jack, decide to start their own search for the children. A new day begins. Emma makes an SOS sign out of branches on the shore and then approaches a guy sitting on the shore and drinks coconut water. The teens also eat the flesh of the fruit, find a banana tree, and continue to strengthen the hut. Emma, among other things, makes her clothes more comfortable and suitable for the island. Dean is a little angry that he has to eat only fruit, after which he tries to catch a crab. In the sleep, the guy hugs Emma, and the girl doesn't pull away. The next day, Jack hires a search helicopter and takes Barbara with him. Her husband returns home to support another of his daughters, Emma's sister. As the sun sets, Dean once again stares thoughtfully at the last rays. The boy decides to pull back one of the branches and sees the remains of a man. Emma cries, saying that maybe the same thing will happen to them. Dean calms the girl down, after which she kisses him. Afterward, the teens stay alone by the fire, waking up in the morning. Emma is very frightened, not finding the guy in the camp. She finds him in the woods and hurts her leg. Emma is worried that she doesn't know what happens next, but the boy reassures her. Dean tells them that he went to the woods to put the man they found yesterday in the ground. The boy says he hasn't been to his mother's funeral, and now he wants to do this. Emma suggests they swim by the waterfall and talk for a while. Dean tells that after his mother left, he couldn't come to terms with what happened for a long time. In addition, the guy blames himself for what happened, as he was the one who distracted the woman while she was driving. Dean's mother lost control and lost her life. Emma tries to convince the guy that he shouldn't blame himself so much for it. Soon it rains on the island for the first time in a while. Dean runs out of the hut and starts dancing under the falling drops, after which he invites the character to join him as well. A month passes since the teens were missing. The police officially stop the search, but Barbara doesn't give up and continues trying to find her daughter. Together with Jack, the woman continues helicopter flights and also distributes leaflets with a photo of the missing children. One day, heavy rain interferes with the rescue flight. Jack tells her that after losing his wife, he devalued everything he had and became estranged from his son. A man suggests that Barbara give up and return to what she still has, her family. Soon the woman flies home and sees that concerned people have left flowers and balloons on their lawn in Emma's honor. Meanwhile, Dean tells of looking for the green flash on the horizon during sunset that his mom told him about. The teens then swim to the sea waves and kiss. Emma notices that the boy is acting very differently than he did at school. Dean says he observes the girl during school too and thought she was special. The next day, the couple is spending time in the woods when suddenly they hear a noise. Dean runs with all his legs to the beach to have time to signal a helicopter flying by. However, the guy fails to find the flare gun and the plane flies past. Emma is angry that she can't find her things and screams that she doesn't want to stay on this island anymore. She comes to her senses and says sadly that they'll never get out of here. When Emma hears a strange sound in the woods again, the guy decides to go there and finally deal with it. While wandering through the thicket, Dean spots a huge panther and decides to flee. Emma, on the other hand, tries to find the guy who got too far away from her. Dean tries to hide from the panther that started hunting him. When Emma finds the guy, it turns out that she has already defeated the beast. Time goes while school continues. A couple of teenagers get more and more accustomed to the existence of the island and enjoy it. Together, the couple builds a new cabin, learns to fish, and kisses by the waterfall. Their parents, meanwhile, try to come to terms with the terrible loss that has befallen them. One evening, Dean finally sees the green flash at sunset that his mother told him about. The next day, Emma talks about missing her old life and her family. However, Dean is not close to this. He is happy with life on the island and the peace he has found here. Emma quarrels with the guy, believing that he is just crazy if he likes survival rather than a quiet life. Soon a helicopter flies over the island again. Emma manages to get the pilot's attention, and soon she and her friend are at the airport to return home. After more than 100 days, Dean and the girl see their friends and family. In the evening, the guy decides to climb up on Emma's windowsill and chat with her. However, the girl is quickly sucked into the old life. So when Dean tries to kiss her, she pulls away and invites him to a party in honor of their return. At the party, the guy talks to Emma's sister and notices that she has become even more popular and sociable than before her disappearance. At school, the girl again communicates only with her friends and doesn't talk to Dean. Emma once tries to call the boy, but he doesn't pick up the phone. The girl goes to the prom and takes her sister with her. Outside the window, Emma suddenly notices a guy standing in the rain. Lizzie advises her sister not to hesitate and go to Dean. Emma kisses the guy and dances with him, as she once did on the island. This is the end of the film. Thank you all for watching this video till the end. Give this video a like. Write in the comments what you think about this film, and we'll see you in the next video.